All right, welcome back to another edition of Melon Economic News. We're going to go and get it started for today. The news for you, it is Sunday, July 16th, 2023. And if you can see this to my lovely wife, I love you and happy birthday. It's for you to happy birthday coming up real soon for you. Okay, so let's get it started for today. We're gonna start off with King World News. All right, we got a lot of news for you to hit today. All right, so King World News: BRICS gold back currency has caused an explosion in interest in open interest in the gold market. Again, no shit. That's how you can put it there. All right. The currency markets around the world are taking a beating, despite what the news media, the so-called mainstream media, will show you. It is breaking down all over the realm. Nobody wants fiat currency anymore, and it's causing major speculations as many of the mainstream types are finally wanting to admit that the fiat currency, the paper currency that you keep in your wallets, everything else, was nothing more than a bill. It's funny how we pay bills with a bill. We'll get more of that later. But as you can see here, they finally recognize what's going on. We told you they're going to come around little by little by little. But for those of us who are paying attention, so I get this glare out of the sun. All right, there we go. Got the little glare out. All right, it's sorry about that. I had to get the little glare out of there. But as you can see here, they finally coming around. They're going to slowly drip. Remember, we always said the media is going to protect themselves, and then they're going to finally wait to the bitter last second before they tell us about what's actually going on, all right? So this is a good article from King World News, all right? KingWorldNews.com. All right, and then we got one from Zero Hedge. Here we go, and this is telling. They keep telling y'all that that the de-dollarization is coming. Well, it says IMF, International Monetary Fund, which if you look at the U.S. Treasury, the U.S. Treasury is the IMF. The IMF is the U.S. Treasury, all right? Hence, at allowing countries to use Yuan for debt payment. Really? Just to hell with dollars, huh? They're just going straight to Yuan. And notice how they say it's a hint. They hints at allowing. That means they've already done it. All right? They've already done it. They've already allowed it, okay? So that's pretty much, it's always said, it's done and done. They're just waiting on the mainstream media to come out and tell the folks who are not paying attention, those folks who just don't get it, they stuck in the clouds. They on cloud zero, while the rest of us are just trying to know what's going on, and we're trying to save ourselves and our families. All right? So get this article out. This is from zerohedge.com, all right? Zerohedge.com. All right, then we got another article here, and this is telling about what's going on with the U.S. debt. Endgame, the U.S. federal debt interest payments hit about $1 trillion. All right, if you can give me $1 trillion, give me $1 trillion. I'll pay off my debt, and most everybody who I know and care about, who's actually trying to do something, who actually know what's going on. Okay, even some of those folks who are not in my immediate blood family, I'll help them out too. Okay, because we got a lot of folks who are struggling right now, who know what's going on, and we're all trying to brace ourselves, okay? Now, this says something point blank right there. If we're hitting $1 trillion debt, that's interest payment. $1 trillion in interest payment. Hell, I can barely pay $20 in interest payments. Hell, you got people out here, just like in my boat right here, in my boat where I am. And you mean to tell me that these are the people in these so-called empty suits and dresses who can talk down and lecture us? Oh, please. All right, this is sad. All right, this is all around sad. All right, just enough said about this one. Another good article from zerohedge.com. All right, zerohedge.com. All right, and then we got one right here. If this don't tell you that that folks are abandoning ship, so the so-called flashbang in his administration. All right, director of the CFTC. Whistleblower program steps down. Now, I read this one here, and I'm going to get into this one right quick. All right, Christopher Evram. If I butcher that, please let me know. Evram, director of the Commodity Futures Trading Commission Whistleblower program since 2013, is leaving the agency effective immediately. That means he got out. He's like, okay, I'm out of here right now. Not now, right now. All right, we'll begin representing whistleblowers as a lawyer in a private practice. That means he see what's going on. He see what whistleblowers are going through. And this is just my opinion that he sees what's going on with whistleblowers. He's seen the corruption. He's had enough of the Ponzi scheme. All right. And that should let you know about exactly what's going on. When you got the man who's in charge of the whistleblower program for the FTC is now leaving the FTC, in the CFTC, to defend these people, lets you know that he knows exactly what's going on and he's sick of this crap. All right. Now that's just my opinion, but it's just a telling sign about what's actually going on with the flashbang and his folks abroad, especially with the Commodities Futures Trading Commission. All right, because right over the same people who let Bernie Madoff go, along with the SEC. That, remember what Bernie Madoff said? There is no way in hell they did not know what I was doing. All right, so get this article out. This is from MSN.com. All right, MSN.com. All right, we got one from Market Watch here. All right, and this is a big one. Consumers are now hunkering down rather than trading down on groceries. All right, Conagra says. All right, this article here, I got this. I wanted to cover this topic because this was very important. Thanks to the Economic Ninja for bringing this to my attention on this one. If you see the Economic Ninja, let them know I said thank you very much. This is Conagra. They're one of the largest. They're, if not one of the largest food producers in the world, grocery chain producers in the world. They are the largest one of the grocery chains in the world. And if they're saying that people are hunkering down, only buying what we absolutely need, that's just a serious issue right there, okay? So let's, right here, food brand companies have seen consumers' behavior shift since Easter, with people buying fewer items overall. That's because we can't afford to buy it overall, all right? Everything is going up. We having to pay bills, and we already said it before. The utility companies don't give a damn. They don't care. They want their money. They want their bills now, and we're having to decide whether we're gonna keep the water running, the lights running, including me. All right. Got a big water bill. I gotta pay. I have to turn over some bills to them for trading, giving them a bill to pay a bill. Okay, how about that one? All right. Because I got a big family. I wanted a big family, and I gotta pay and they want their bills. All right, so now we had to decide that one versus buying food. So who can afford to buy food when everybody's biting off the hand? They're taking bits and pieces of us, large chunks of it. All right, so this is the telling issue about what's going on. That even the grocers are saying, hey, because everybody's losing money now. Everybody's losing money, except for utility companies. They're making hand over fist. All right, so that lets you know about what's actually going on. Another telling sign. Get this article. This is from MarketWatch.com. Right, MarketWatch.com. All right, and then we're gonna finish our topic. We're gonna finish our story, our broadcast for the day before I make some announcements about what's actually going on with LIBOR. Many people, I have not talked about LIBOR before. USD LIBOR. London Interbank overnight rate. All right, this is the London Interbank overnight rate. All right, transition to SOFR to make it happen. All right, SOFR, secured overnight funds rate. All right, this is what is trend. This is what is migrating. This is what is taking place. And they were reporting that we're getting away from LIBOR, which is the London Interbank overnight rate, to SOFR, the secured overnight funds rate. All right, LIBOR, if you get into LIBOR, it was rife with corruption. I mean, rife with corruption left and right. And they were talking about this one all the way back in 2021, and even further back, how they were going to eventually get rid of LIBOR and go to the more SOFR rate, more secure SOFR, where people can't just jump in and out and get their dirty hands into it and go, okay, we can fix this. All right. So this article is from PWC.com. All right, PWC.com. And then we're going to switch over to another article here. It's all telling with the signs, right? Why London Interbank offered rate is being replaced. This is an article from CapitalOne.com, all right? This is to let you know about, of course, you got Capital One. They probably consider one of the mainstreams, all right? So they're getting into it, but means that something else is going on. Let me read this one right quick, okay? Where it says, today the U.S. dollar is the most important global benchmark for short-term interest rates, and no short-term interest rate. I mean, people can get in and get out. The dirty hand finger folks, all right? And represents 200 trillion in financial contracts and securities. But industry experts are starting to see LIBOR alternatives. LIBOR alternatives. It goes back to what it says here: the short-term interest. Global benchmark and short-term interest. There you go right there. That means folks can stick their hands in there, get in and get out, while the rest of us have to maintain. We have to get up to a certain amount where we can actually get in and get out on the short term. But meanwhile, they make it difficult for us, while the dirty hand fingers, they get in and get out, all right? That's primarily the reason why the LIBOR rate is actually going away. because nobody can trust it. Nobody trusts it. It's got too many dirty hands and dirty fingers in it, and you can see about real life what's actually going on. All right. So this is from CapitalOne.com, right? CapitalOne.com. All right, and then we got one from Reuters, another mainstream website. Curb use of the dollar. LIBOR alternatives to Fed rates, says Watchdog. There you go, right there. If Reuters is coming out and telling folks, hey man, hey, the jig is up. The jig is absolutely up. The Fed no longer exists. It is now part of the U.S. It was forced into the Treasury. So Janet Yellen now takes orders from Steve Mnuchin. Jerome Powell, who's supposed to take orders from Janet Yellen, which, if you really want to know the truth, Janet Yellen is not the United States Treasury Secretary. It is Steve Mnuchin. Jerome Powell takes orders from Steve Mnuchin, who Steve Mnuchin is in the new U.S. Treasury, which sits in on the Indian reservation in Reno, Nevada. All right, you can look this up for yourself. I'm not messing around with you. They just sticking these people out for optics and show in the mainstream media, all right. But this lets you know that the dollar's dead. The dirty hands who stick in there, they have robbed the cookie jar to the point where they can't do it anymore. Now they're angry. Now they're angry as hell because they can't steal anymore from everybody else because their rig game has been shut down, and they're now left saying, okay, oh my God, we can't do anything about this, all right. So we just wanted to end with that one on from Reuters.com, right? Reuters.com. All right, once again, I want to thank you for joining us on this Melly Got Me News. I want you to be safe, be sound. And I want to announce I'm going to go live at about 7:45. About 7:45 Eastern Standard Time in the U.S. All right, so I'm gonna go live in about 45 minutes. Okay, we're gonna talk about Nasara Jasara, the 20 laws in it, and what I've been paying attention to, what's going on to let you know that Nasara Jasara is in effect and it's already here. It just ain't been announced yet due to various things going on. All right, so I want to thank you for joining us. Now, this is Melly Got Me News. I want you to be safe, be sound. Remember, like, subscribe, and comment, hit that notification bell. Let's get the subscriber count up, likes up, all right? Once again, thank you for joining us. Not just I'm new, safe, be sound. Take care of yourself first, then your kids, family, neighborhood, then communities. Reach out to other communities, all right? Like, subscribe, and comment, hit that notification bell. Remember, you're your own best financier, your own best credit union, your own best savings and loans, all right? You're your own best banker. Once again, thank you for joining us. Let's get it started.